My name is Tiffany Chung, and I'm from Austin, Texas.
My name is Tori Miller, and I am from Phoenix, Arizona.
I've always been drawn to the idea of capturing a moment in my perspective and then being able to share that with someone else. I got into photography in high school when I got a camera, and I would just take pictures of my friends, my dog, or just things that I was doing. I got into music photography from taking the photographic communications class at UT, and we had to do a semester project about a subject and a hobby or something that they do, and I chose a musician, and that's what got me into music photography and going to a lot of local shows. I just brought my camera and started shooting.
I got into photography when I was studying abroad in London. I took a photography course there, and one thing I think that made me really get into it with that class was my professor was not afraid to say your work sucked. And so it really made me push myself and want to capture something that I thought was worth it. So after that class, I went back home to Austin where I was going to school at the time, and along came South by Southwest, this festival that I attend with Tiffany every year. So I brought my camera that I had, and I tried to get all this knowledge that I learned in photograph bands. So I was photographing some artists that I really looked up to, and it was just a unique, fun experience getting to run around South by taking all these portraits with these musicians that I look up to and listen to, and I just never wanted to stop. I love film photography because pretty much you're limited to 36 photos per roll.
I've only recently started getting more into film photography, or like film photography for projects. When I do my double exposures, those are always kind of fun because you don't know what you're gonna get, and it's just like rolling back the film, and it can be kind of scary, but it's exciting. I just feel like film photography is more exciting in some ways.
Film, especially with portraits, makes you more in the scene versus just having this crisp, clear, perfect image from a digital photograph. But film, you get the graininess, you can sometimes see the dust, the lint, the stuff that doesn't make it perfect, and that I think is what makes a perfect photograph, the imperfections. I think with South by, with going to concerts and us being able just to kind of be pushed in this art realm of things, a lot of that really got taken away from us when South by got canceled. There was no more shows because of Rona, and you and I really had to kind of think outside the box of how we could still be creative in a time where there is nothing happening. When South by got canceled, that is literally our personality trait. What are we going to do now?
It kind of pushed us to figure out how exactly we can still pursue what we were interested in, which is music.
Cheerry Collective has pushed me to be creative in another aspect, but with the connections and discovering aspect as well. You and I really have been able to meet and talk to new people like we would have at South by. We have been able to kind of discover new photographers, new musicians as well, and create something of our own with that. Versus it just being given to us, we have been able to produce what we want and go out there and find it on our own, which I think is a lot more meaningful.